Welcome to the channel, my name is MrHurriicane, and this is the Minnesota Twins franchise on MLB The Show 17. In last episode, we went through the MLB draft, and these are the 7 players that I ended up selecting. It was a class that many thought was underwhelming because there aren't many players with high potential. Hopefully we see some of these players develop like we've seen the players down at AA this year do a really good job making the Chattanooga Lookouts a dominant AA force. We'll get to them later in the video. We're going to go back to the Twins today and focus on a matchup between them and the Blue Jays. So right now the team is hovering around 500. They had a dominant start and then cooled off in the month of May. And we're realizing this team is just not putting up the offense that we're used to. But the pitching has made it so they're still winning these low-scoring games. We win a series here against Cleveland, that's big for us, then a sweep against the Yankees. They've given this organization so many problems, so it's nice to get that sweep, but then we drop a series to the White Sox before we take on the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, I have moved Joe Mauer into the 4th spot because I'm just not sure who should be the cleanup hitter right now. So we're giving Mauer that job for now. And on the mound for us in this game, Yadier Alvarez, 1-4 on the season and a 5.57 ERA. Hopefully that comes down because we need him to be a part of this rotation moving forward. And he gets off to a good start here, striking out Jose Bautista after a leadoff single by Devin Travis. And with 2 down against Troy Tulowitzki, Alvarez gets him on the 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Alvarez has thrown less strikeouts this year than I anticipated, but gets 2 in the top half of the first. For the Twins, they're up against J.A. Happ with pretty good numbers across the board this season. Byron Buxton leads off, and he will quickly take advantage of a breaking ball left up and sends it into the right field corner. That'll be extra bases for the speedy Buxton as the Twins open the game with the double. Here's Miguel Sano, whose numbers have been on the climb. Yes, 235 is an improvement from where it was. And Happ gets the count full and then walks Sano onto first base. And that'll take us to Joe Mauer hitting cleanup for the first time this season. He's had 7 home runs and I just wanted him higher in the order. And Happ falls behind him as well as Mauer walks and the bases get loaded in the first. So a golden opportunity for Kenny Vargas, who tries to put 4 on the board and whiffs on the fastball. Then with a 1-1 count, Vargas in the air to right center, and actually just right field. And that's just a little too shallow, so Buxton and his speed are left at third base. It's up to Jorge Polanco, who hits a sharp ground ball to first, and the play is made by Justin Smoke. For a team that hasn't been scoring much this season, you hate to see those opportunities go to waste. Polanco didn't get the hit, but he flashes the leather and makes another phenomenal play at short. Up next, Steve Pearce, and that'll get the offense going here for the Blue Jays. Deep out to right center. Thank you, Wall, for being abnormally tall there, as it contains the ball to the yard and ends up being a double. 2 down, and Alvarez gets out of trouble here with a ground out to first base. In the second, Eddie Rosario leads things off with a line drive hit well to right, but it's hauled in by Jose Bautista. Max Kepler up next. He also gets the pitch to drive, only this one's going a bit further, and it's out of here. Right center and gone. Solo jack for Max Kepler, who came in with just a 193 average, and me contemplating sending him down to AAA for a little while. Well, Kepler gets us on the board with a 416-foot blast. Here's a look at it again, just perfect spot for him to drive, even with the lefty versus lefty matchup. I like the start we had on offense. I wanted to be a bit more patient and just have some better at-bats, and we did that in the first couple innings. In the third now, grounded to Polanco, to Phillips, and around to Mauer as they convert the double play. 3 shutout innings for Yadier Alvarez. Could the Twins keep the offense going? It's a base hit to start off the 3rd inning here by Joe Mauer, and we had Happ have 38 pitches through 2 innings, and we're trying to get these starting pitchers to work a bit harder. Vargas then follows up Mauer's hit with a single of his own. Again to aboard Jorge Polanco, through the changeup, maybe a bit in front as he goes down swinging. So it's up to Rosario. 0-2, and just a late swing at a pitch he knew was a strike, and it ends up ending the inning. Twins leap to a board onto the 4th now, and there's Alvarez with the high heat and the strikeout, trying to get settled in, and he appeared to be finding his groove. 2-2, 2 down, there's the fastball upstairs again. Blue Jays can't touch that pitch. That was the first perfect inning for Alvarez. On to the 4th for the Twins, and a deep fly again from Max Kepler, only this one is caught in left field. Then Byron Buxton with 2 down, also driving one to right, and again right at the right fielder. Twins hit the ball hard though in the early frame, so I was happy with that. We'll go on to the 5th. We all know the story of this inning as Alvarez records his 3rd strikeout in a row. That time uses the slider and then immediately gets ahead in the count. This is control unlike anything we've seen from Alvarez. That was his big weakness, and now look what kind of a pitcher he can be when his control is on point. 4 strikeouts in a row. We need 5. There's the slider again. Alvarez working quickly as the Twins get through the 5th. Bottom 5, Brandon Phillips, sharp ground ball. Little misplay there at 3rd base, but ultimately a successful recovery for Chris Coghlan. Here's Miguel Sano with 1 down, and he'll put this through the middle and reach base on the single. Twins were able to get on base quite often in this game, but it was just about getting them around the bases. Another hit to follow it up by Joe Mauer. Again, the Twins have multiple base runners aboard. So could they take advantage of this opportunity? 0-2, Kenny Vargas looks at a 2-seam fastball that he'll disagree with. And I'd say overall the umpiring was pretty lenient with the strike zone in this game. Then it's Jorge Polanco getting into trouble. Curveball breaks inside, then a slider just on the outside corner. Really nice pitch there, and the Twins end up wasting another opportunity. Thankfully for us, Alvarez was locked in. 5 straight strikeouts. He makes it a 6th on the changeup, and he did this with no walks. 0-1 to the next hitter. Sliders right on that outside corner. Then a fastball upstairs. Alvarez having the best start we've ever seen from him. Looking to finish off the 6th inning. Kevin Pillar battling here. 2-2 count before Alvarez gives him something to drive. Deep left center down to the wall, and that's extra bases as the Blue Jays finally get another base runner. Could Alvarez finish off the 6th inning? Here's Jose Bautista. Strikeout on the fastball. Again, Alvarez uses the high heat to get the punch out. Still 1-0, bottom 6 for the Twins as Max Kepler stays patient, and Happ gives him nothing to work with. So Kepler takes his free trip to first base. And then Jason Castro on the ground, and they'll easily go 6-4-3 and convert the double play. Alvarez pitch count did get a bit high here, and he was running out of energy, so no need to keep him in the game too long when it's 1-0. So we pull him after 6 1/3 in favor of Tyler Duffy, who has done a very good job this year leading our bullpen. Looking to pick up where Alvarez left off, he does get ahead of the batter here, and proceeds to drop a curveball on the bottom of the strike zone. Another strikeout for the Blue Jays. Alvarez struck them out 10 times. We head on to the 7th, and again the Twins get a base runner. They had very few 3-up, 3-down innings. But there's another ground ball playable, and they will look to turn 2 on Miguel Sano, and they're able to do so. That's 2 straight innings the Twins went walk, double play to end the inning. In the 8th, Duffy stays in the game, and there's that curveball, again on the bottom of the zone. Really tough night for the Jays hitters as Duffy nails the zone again, and he's going to get that curveball perfectly on the outside corner for another strikeout. Bottom 8, can the Twins get any insurance runs? Joe Mauer up, he's going to make him work for it, but a base hit through the middle, and the Twins get another base runner. Mauer had a couple hits on the day, that was good to see. Then Kenny Vargas, again, a runner aboard, but he grounds it to 3rd, and the Twins have their 3rd consecutive inning with a double play. And that'll keep them from getting any more runs. 1-0 as we turn it over to Glenn Perkins in the 9th. Looking for another save. 0-2 count. But Devin Travis through the middle, and the Blue Jays get the tying run aboard. Then it's Kevin Pillar, and Perkins also gets ahead of him. But Pillar battling, fouling off fastballs. Perkins hits the corner, it doesn't matter. Then a 1-2, and Pilar in the air to right field, playable for Max Kepler. And there is the first out of the 9th inning. That brings up Jose Bautista. He reaches out, puts one in the air in shallow center. Racing in is Buxton. He can't track it down, but he can get the force at second base. A blooper that Buxton couldn't get to. But it ends up getting us an out anyway. With 2 down, base hit Troy Tulowitzki. And now the tying run is at second base. That brings up Chris Coughlin. Perkins falls behind but gets the count even to apiece. Perkins deals, and a line drive off his arm. Sano there to gather it, on to first to win the game, and the Twins take this one, 1-0. They made the 9th inning tough on us, and that was nearly a base hit to center. Not sure it would have tied the game. Travis didn't have great speed, but it could have potentially won the game. It hits off Perkins' arm. Let's watch it here again. I saw the line drive and I got worried, but only for a split second, as the ricochet makes its way to Miguel Sano, and Coughlin's speed not enough to beat out the throw. So a 1-0 win for the Twins, their only run coming off the Max Kepler solo home run. They had 8 hits, 4 walks, but only did damage when the bases were empty. Alvarez goes 6 1/3, allows 4 hits, no walks, 10 Ks. The best start I think we've ever seen from him. And he is player of the game for very good reason. The Twins use this game as a springboard to take the entire series from Toronto, and then they end up winning a series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Here was the last game in that series. They got 3 home runs in this game and a great outing from Irvin Santana, going 7 deep into the game. This also brought us to the end of the Southern League down at AA. So in the first 70 games, the Lookouts went 50-20. Not bad. And a really nice 100-run differential. They were this dominant even without Willie Ordonez and without many power hitters. This team didn't hit a lot of home runs. They just dominated teams with pitching, and they scored enough runs to get the victories. And we ended up with 9 All-Stars representing the Southern League. Leonardo Reginato was one of them, along with draft picks Carlos Rodriguez, Maxwell Fowler, and Chuck Bearden. We had many pitchers make it to the All-Star game as well, including our closer Raul Fernandez, DJ Baxendale, Felix Jorge, and even Wilmer Font with a 2.88 ERA. So let's go out to Philadelphia for a little AA All-Star action. By the way, if you're enjoying the episode, please subscribe to the channel and also leave a like. Those are very helpful. Let's get on to the All-Star game now. It's a rainy day in Philadelphia, but we're still going to play some All-Star baseball. I had Maxwell Fowler, who is the number 6 ranked prospect in Major League Baseball, start this game. And I wasn't going to give him like a full starting game, obviously. But a 1.78 ERA, somehow a 5-4 record. I guess he's the one pitcher they won't give the run support. So Maxwell Fowler here opens things up, and he just flat out dominates. He can overmatch these AA hitters, and it does look like he should be ready for a move up. Here's a slider on the inside, and these batters just fall behind, get themselves into too much trouble, and then swing at pitches that they definitely shouldn't. 2 strikeouts to open up the game for Maxwell Fowler. Tries to get a third, but this time some discipline is shown, and he walks a batter. 2-2 to the next one, as Fowler has to pitch over 20 pitches in the first inning, and there is a scalding line drive to Leonardo Reginato, a member of our Lookouts over at third base. Nice defensive play by him. Let's go to some hitting now. Carlos Rodriguez leading off, turns on a pitch to start, and that's a grounder to short. Rodriguez is retired. We have Reginato here, who led the Lookouts in average in the first half. He'll fly to right field, going deep, but ultimately caught. Not actually that deep at all. Maxwell into the second inning now, and a line drive given up here. There were a couple hits. First one was an awkward bunt that Fowler misplayed. But then a fly ball to left field. Fowler gets things under control. Some good pitch to contact work by him. And then with 2 down, he gets ahead and finishes things the right way. He just goes 2 innings in this game, allows a couple hits, gets a few strikeouts. Overall, a good outing. Here is Angel Vielma, who has had some highlight moments when we spend some time down at AA. And he is retired there on a ground out. Back to Carlos Rodriguez in the 5th inning, flying to right field, but just a lazy play that's easily made. Here's Wilmer Font entering the game in the 6th, and his control was a little bit of an issue, but ultimately he does not allow anybody to reach, or anybody to score, that is. Still, though, we were down 2-1, looking to get some runs going, and here's Chuck Beard, and the pitch left up, driven deep to right field. It's off the wall, and the right fielder has some trouble with it. Bearden flying around the bases. He's gonna go all the way around third. Chuck Bearden is safe at the plate with an inside the park home run. In the time I've spent with Chuck Bearden in this series, he has been such an exciting player. This a deep fly ball, he got way underneath it, and a tough play there off the wall. And it doesn't look like something that would lead to an inside the park home run, at least in my eyes, but Bearden has great speed. He's like halfway to second base by the time that ball hits the ground. He was so underneath it, and I think that made a big difference. But also, Bearden is just flat out fast. I can't wait to see him continue to develop. He was a great draft pick. In the 9th inning, I put in Felix Jorge to hopefully keep the score where it remained. And that is a ground ball easily for the shortstop. And then Jorge gets a fly ball hit to left field. Just a couple routine outs here, and then I put in Raul Fernandez, the closer, down at AA. There's the 2-seam fastball hitting the inside corner. And another one for good measure, a strikeout. And now let's go on to the bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Southern League All-Stars. This is Chuck Bearden. Base hit to center field, a multi-hit game. But I knew with his speed, I wasn't quite finished yet. Bearden takes off to steal second base. The throw a little high, and Bearden slides in safely, losing the helmet in the process. I think he just wanted to show off the hair, to be honest. Chuck Bearden, home run, single, stolen base. Definitely one of these standout players. Looking to bring him home, a drive to deep left field. Going back to the wall, and it's caught. But Bearden looks to tag up. But they get the throw in quickly, and Bearden is out at third base. A bad decision there, but I wasn't expecting such a great, series of throws. We end up getting a base hit again, which takes us to Angel Vielma. Fly ball hit in the air to center, and that ends the game. Sadly, our team loses the All-Star game, but we still got to see some of our players stand out, especially Maxwell Fowler and Chuck Bearden, two of my favorite players down at AA. So a 4-2 loss, and now we'll move on, and I think it's time. Maxwell Fowler has done a great job at AA. I now want to see what he can do at AAA, and perhaps for the AA playoffs, he will go back down. I don't plan on calling him up to the majors at any point in this regular season. It would take an extraordinary scenario for that to happen. So here are the numbers now as episode 31 comes to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I thought it was a very fun episode, and I want to start making sure each episode has a full game without any quick managed simming, so no action is missed. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also leave your feedback down in the comments section. What players stood out most to you in this episode? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I want to get more Twins franchise episodes out. I just want to play the show more. I really enjoyed this game. It's one of my favorite games I've played this year. I want to obviously get some more offense too. I'm tired of these 1-0 victories, although I do like getting the W's. So I'll see you guys with more soon. Thank you all for the support, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.